all, I'd like to welcome all the people here today. In preparation for today, I pulled a quote from one of the guys who prepped the colonies for 10 years ahead of the American Revolution, a stalwart patriot named Samuel Adams. And he said the following words a long time ago. He said, "Let each citizen remember, at the moment of offering his vote, that he is executing one of the most solemn trusts in human society, which he is accountable to God and his country." So thank you so much for being here today as concerned citizens about your hometown. I think that's quintessentially American, back to the founding of the country, and it is a sacred trust. So give yourselves a big round of applause for getting up on a Saturday morning and being here. Thank you. My name is Adam Andrzejewski. I'm a family man. I've got 3 little girls back home in the northern suburbs in Hinsdale, age 6, age 4, and age 2. I'm a businessman. I started a company from scratch back in 1997, and after I sold the shares of that business 4 years ago, I started a good government group called For the Good of Illinois, and we believe in 3 principles: accountability, transparency, and limited government. I am proud to be the moderator today for the Tea Party of Marion County. Let's talk a little bit about the Tea Party movement. T actually stands for taxed enough already, and the Tea Party movement believes in limited government. They believe in lower taxes, and they're anti-corruption. They're a nonpartisan group. They made a big impact in the last election cycle, and I think they understand that all politics is local. And so the Tea Party movement across the nation is engaging in local politics. Thank you for being a part of that process today. My father was a school teacher for 38 years, and around the dinner table it was just an extension of his classroom, and I was the oldest of 7 kids when I grew up in the small town of Herscher, Illinois. And he started a tradition in our family on Sunday mornings to read the gospel ahead of going to church. And I did that for my daughters starting about a month ago. And I read the gospel last weekend, and the gospel was all about, in a nutshell, actions speak louder than words. And during the homily, the priest told the following story. He said, back in 1983, there was a guy named Larry. And Larry wanted to see his neighborhood from a different perspective. So he went to the store and he bought 45 weather balloons. He filled them up with helium. He strapped them to his lawn chair. His family and friends surrounded him. They cut the tethers. And his objective was to see his neighborhood from 30 feet. But he zoomed up to 16,000 feet, right in the path of airplanes. He shut down LAX airport. He brought his pellet gun up. He shot 2 of the balloons, and he started the descent down. He got caught in the high wire lines, the electrical lines. He was saved by the police and the fire. And the reporters surrounded him at the end, and they said, "Larry, why did you do it?" He said, "I got tired of sitting." And I think that story is instructive for all of us here today. You're here, and there are men that have put, and women that have put their necks on the chopping block to be your elected representatives. They are tired of sitting. They stood up to be vetted by the citizenry, and that's what today is all about. So first of all, I want to introduce our city council candidates. First off, John Goss, Pamela Herring, Richard Lowe, Doug Patton, Anthony Ranella, J.W. Ricks, Norman Triplett. Our mayor candidates, Robert Butler, Robert Owens, and Caroline Satoris. Sorry about that. I'm the guy with the last name of Andrzejewski. I apologize, Carolyn.
Need a sore toe.
First off, I'm going to read the rules of the forum today. The forum starts at 10 and ends at noon. Each candidate will have 3 minutes to make an introductory speech presenting his or her platform and ideas. A flashcard with Professor Harry Mosley will be in the back of the room, and he'll signal when there's 30 seconds left. Please try to finish your opening remarks within the 30-second time period. After all the candidates have introduced themselves, we'll have a 10-minute break. We ask that everyone please be ready to resume the forum when the break is over. We'll give a 2-minute warning when we're ready to reconvene. After the break, we'll have a question and answer period. A question will be read, and the candidate will have 2 minutes to respond. Any candidate is welcome to respond to any question. A flashcard will again signal when 30 seconds are left. In the interest of ending the meeting on time, the timekeeper will announce the final question at 11:45.